Hello everyone, it's Boyd Martin here, joined by my jumping coach Richard Picken. That's the bloke on the right of the screen, the older looking guy with the baseball hat.
The good looking one.
Yeah. This is a video for the Long Island Tea Syndicate that own this beautiful bay horse, and also the fan club that's on our website. So this is a new horse for me. His name's Long Island Tea. He's a German sport horse. I'm in the process of syndicating him. He's I think we've got 9/10 of him sold. I bought him off a good mate of mine called Peter Barry, who was actually there today watching him jump. He's a very, very good mover on the flat. Unbelievable dressage horse, and a good jumper, as you'll see today, but definitely a different ride for me. And to be quite frank, I'm just in the getting to know each other phase, and lucky for me, I got my jumping coach from Rio Olympics, Richard, to come up for a couple of days here in Aiken, and he's been studying Long Island Tea, and we jumped him 2 days in a row here, and I'll hand it over to Richard to sort of tell him what we were working on today.
So I've been watching a few videos of Boyd jumping him a couple of shows and schooling him a little bit before I came, so I had an idea of how he was going and how he was jumping, and had a few ideas of maybe what we could do to improve his jump. And what I basically did is try to get Boyd to change the canter and get the horse's canter a little rounder, a little shorter, and change his distance to the fence to get him a little deeper to the fence, so he wasn't leaving the ground so far away, and getting him in deeper so we can get a rounder jump out of him. And we'll see him here. He started off with over a few cavalettis, jumping a little opposite cavaletti, and then a grid, a gymnastic, which was some trot poles, 9 feet to a cross pole, 1 stride to a bounce to a 2 stride, and basically just to shorten his stride, get the jump rounder, and get him jumping across his fences a little bit more.
Yeah, it's been I got him last November, so I've just gently been trying to get to know him, and like Richard said, it's a slightly different ride for me. It's Ludwig likes to be sort of held in quite close to the jump, and my favourite distance to the jump is sort of a bit of a softer, longer distance, and Ludwig doesn't like this at all. So it's a different ride for me, and I've had to adjust my sort of eye, and a lot of the times I feel like I'm adding one too many strides. But it's actually good to watch this video, because when I was riding him yesterday, what we're watching today is I felt I was underneath the fence, and looking at this video here, it's a nice tight distance which sort of gets Ludwig up to the front bar, and it gives him a nice sort of rounder jump. And it's going to take some time for me and Ludwig to get the hang of each other, so it's going to be a process, but he's definitely got the quality, and I feel like there's a really, really good jump under there. I've been watching this horse for a couple of years, just because, as I said, my pal Peter Barry had been riding him and doing very, very well on him. So it's an exciting horse for me. That's Peter on the right. That's the older looking guy next to Richard. Got a bit of a treble here, which was a 3 to a 2, Richard?
Yeah, 3 to a 2, and we're just basically getting Ice-T's confidence, and getting him a lot more confident in his jump. Like you see here, as we go on, he gets rounder in his jump, he gets more relaxed, and let Boyd ride him to those deeper distances. And it's good practice for Boyd to see those deeper distances on this horse, because I think it's going to help him a lot with the other horses as well. And here he gets a nice. We took a stride out there and did that distance in 6.
This is day 2. As you'll see, it's a little bit colder, so I've got a jacket on, and Richard started me off on day 2 just on a very small oxer, going back and forth and really steadying the horse and adding a stride. And again, watching it doesn't look too bad, but I really felt like I had to hold him back and hold him back and hold him back and tried to get his front toes right up to the base of this little oxer so he could ping up in the air.
Yeah, over that small oxer, he doesn't really look like he's doing a lot, but what it's doing is making him patient, getting him on an even stride to the base of that fence, and basically getting Boyd's eye to see a deeper distance to the fence, which is very important to the way this horse likes to go. If he's left with a bit of gap, as we call it, to the bottom of the fence, so a longer distance, he's not so confident, and he doesn't give us such a good jump. So I think this is the ride he needs to get the confidence and to jump the bigger jumps. So as we work on, we're building the oxer up a bit bigger and bigger, and now he's starting to get around the jump. Boyd's starting to get more consistent in his deeper distance.
Funny enough, this horse is German bred, and his mother's father is a thoroughbred, a Czechoslovakian thoroughbred called Heraldic. And Michael Young's gold medal winning horse Sam from Rio and London is also out of the Heraldic mare, so he's 25% related to the double gold medalist, which Heraldic I think has been a very prolific thoroughbred line in a lot of European event horses. So I'm hoping that remains important here for Long Island too. And this would probably be as big as I've jumped with Long Island too. This is the second day. I felt like he came out a better horse from the day before. I don't know if it was the grid work or whatever, but we jumped this course a second day, and which had me a little bit nervous because we put them up a few holes, and in the back of my mind there's a small chance we'll run him at the Palm Beach Invitational, which is a $100,000 class in about 10 days time down in Wellington, which is making me nervous as hell, but and I didn't think it would be a chance, but after jumping this course today I think it is a possibility, because I felt really comfortable, and the horse actually started making a bigger and better shape today. So.
And as we go on, you can tell the consistency in the horse's jump, and the trust building between Boyd and this horse over the bigger fences, which is nice to see. And the thing about Peter Parry is, I mean, he's got a great eye for a horse, and he's bought some beautiful looking horses and some great jumpers over the years. So it's kind of nice that Boyd's got the chance to have this horse and take it to the next level from Peter, and I'm sure looking at him jumping there, I'm quite confident that we'll see a lot more of him in the future.
As I said before, Peter's a good friend, and he was very nice to sell me the horse, so it's exciting and terrifying at the same time, so thank you for watching.